Under the Feedback Pages submenu of the Setup tab is where you'll be able to set up and configure both your mobile and your desktop feedback and follow-up pages. So up top here, you'll see it says Review Page Color. This is a universal color that will change some of the header and the color scheme and buttons of all of the pages. And then once by default, it's like a dark to light blue that matches what this page looks like. You can match this color to whatever your scheme is, and you can put in the little color code if need be. You can see we've got little pop-up or little drop-down menus. It'll basically set them up. Once you click on the button, it'll open and close. As you can see, the first part here is for the mobile setup, like we just talked about in the feedback settings. And this is where you can enter in all the information based around your mobile funnel. So you see initial feedback requests, yes, no feedback requests, 5-star feedback requests, the NPS. This is where you're going to change the content on those pages. And as you can see, I've got the orange one here for James Bob Dental, or like an auburn burnt mustard color. And then I also was able to add in his logo just by going into the WYSIWYG editor and uploading the logo right here. So that's what that would look like. You can put your company logo. You can update the content or the text on this depending on what you're doing for your individual business. You've got your app selection request. This is for once they've left you positive feedback or they've selected an option that you've set as positive. And then negative, basically, you can do whatever you need to do for the negative page. And then you have the follow-up message, which will go out based on your follow-up settings as a text message. If somebody was sent a message, they didn't click on the link and go to the initial page and leave you any sort of feedback, this will be sent out based on your follow-up settings. So let me go ahead and close this. Initial feedback pages. As you can see here, we've got a couple of different pages that are set up here. So this is your external quick add page. I'm going to click on preview. This is what you would consider your check-in page. It's a page that you can give to any one of your staff to basically have as a web browser to check somebody in, or you can put on a mobile device. And we show you in a later video how to turn that into basically an app. You could edit the back end of this based on what your business is. So we just made it James Bob, and then you can also copy paste the URL. You have the ability to manage the quick add form, where first name obviously is always required, and then email, cell phone, employee in this case, and then you can make certain fields required depending on what you're looking for or what you want to do. If you want to preview what the initial feedback page looks like, you just click on that and it'll show you what it'll look like. This will be from the desktop email for the 5-star with comments. They can actually, you'll see what this looks like. This is what that page will look like if you set it up. You've got your external feedback URL. So if this is what your review streaming plugin, as well as your iframe code, if you have that on your site, would look like if they click on the write a review button, as well as the link on your micro directory page if you have one set up. And it's basically first name, email address, and then they can leave the rating right there on the spot. You can manage the external feedback form, and you can put in specific required fields. In this case, only name and email are required, and then manage the feedback form. So you can actually change some of these field names if you'd like to. You have the ability to change it on the manage initial feedback form as well. So maybe you're using it in a different language or you want to change it, you can have the ability to update that content right there. You can update the content of the external feedback page. You can add or remove the disclaimer that's down here. And that's how you can set up the initial feedback pages. Now, if you're using the mobile funnel, you still want to set these up. If you're using the local directory page that we provide you, the microsite, or the plugin or iframe, because that's where they're going to be going to. Next, you have the desktop positive and desktop negative feedback pages. Pretty self-explanatory. If they're going through, like we talked about in the previous feedback settings video, the 5-star with comments, and they're on a desktop and they've clicked on that email link, they're going to go to one of these two pages. You can preview what it looks like if they were internally or if they went through the external form. Right here, what those two look like. Template header logo. You basically upload a header for the pages, and it will go across all the desktop pages that are there. We have a recommended size of 960 by 280. The review site promotion internal and review site promotion external. What that means is if you are inputting a customer using your internal quick add form and they select positive or you enter them in there, they will, if you click on no, not be sent to the positive feedback pages, which walks them through the rest of the funnel to leave you a review on one of those sites. The review site promotion external, if you click on no, that will happen if you use the external page. So what that looks like here is you've got the positive feedback page. It will actually stop either one of these pages from going and redirecting them to one of those review sites. The reason why we do that is some people would like to input their customers doing something other than this, where'd it go, initial feedback pages, the quick add page URL, and they want it to cycle and redirect. So for you, for now, I would just leave these as yes and talk to our staff if you have any questions. The ability to display a video, yes or no. So that's the video you just saw as we go through, and you have the video embed code. These are our videos that we provide you, both male or female for positive. In this case, you can put your own video in there. What we recommend is you basically just change the source for the video. You just basically put their iframe code in there. If it's a video that's yours, you want to make sure it says HTTPS in the embed code, because it's because of our servers are on an SSL certificate. So you will need to have that in there. Otherwise, it may throw you an error. And then a special offer or content or information. Again, edit any of this, click on submit, and you can preview both the internal and external and see what they look like. It's going to be the exact same thing on the negative, except for you're only going to have one negative page, because if they're negative, they can come from either one, either the internal or the external. You've got the video options and then the special content as well, and then you've got separate male and female negative videos. Pro tip here would be to create and record your own videos if you're using the desktop heavily, because a customer that sees your face or your brand or your video is going to help convert positive customers into leaving your review. Negative, they're gonna, if you leave your contact information and your personal, and they know that the owner of the business has actually recorded the video for them, that's going to help you as well. Again, these only are going to be shown to customers that go through a funnel that has 5-star with comments and they're on a desktop going through their email. So these will only be shown based on the funnels that you set up. Again, these are a set it and forget it type setting. So you set it up once, get everything configured the way you like it, input yourself into the system, run through a couple positive and negative funnels, and then delete those contact records so they don't adjust your score or any of your ratings. You'll know how everything's working, and then you are good to go and you're ready to put in your own customers.